Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to the Missy Money channel. I'm Missy, I'm a mom of 3 and the owner of Missy Money, a small business that specializes in minimalist and aesthetic cash stuffing essentials to help inspire and motivate you on your personal finance journey. Today I'm going to be doing a cash condensing, and then I'm also going to be swapping some of my binders and wallet styles for the new styles that are launching in my shop this coming Friday, June 6th at 10 a.m. Eastern. So if you're interested in learning more, stay tuned. Guys, so I'm super excited for this condensing. It is very much needed, but I decided that I was going to take this opportunity to also kind of transition into my new set of binders and my new wallet. And for those of you that haven't seen, I just posted a shop update video that goes through all the new products that are coming to the shop this coming Friday. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out, please go do that. But I'll also kind of be giving a preview of some of those styles today because I am going to switch into them. So I do not need to condense anything out of my wallet. My wallet's just my variable expenses, but I am going to go ahead and move my envelopes over. I have not yet done my unstuffing. I need to do my unstuffing right after this and film that, and then film my next cash stuffing. So I have a lot of videos to film here in a row, but obviously I've got quite a bit here. For now, I'm just going to transfer it over into my new wallet, and I have decided that I'm going to move over into the petite style wallet. I just love this size. I think it is the perfect size. It's more of a traditional wallet size. The kind of oversized wallet has served me super well up until now, but I'm just looking for a little bit of a smaller profile. And then one of my most favorite things about this is it comes with a wristlet strap. So if you're going somewhere you don't want to take a whole purse, you can literally just take this. So I am all about simplification, minimalization, and so I am super excited to swap into this. I'm going to move my cards off screen just because I don't want the numbers out, but I am going to go ahead and move all of these envelopes over. We'll see if we can do this easily. Yep, perfect. Perfect fit. So even with that envelope that is in a massive need of an unstuffing, it all fits really beautifully in this smaller profile. Perfect, and it's just the perfect size. So I'm super excited about that. And like I said, I'll move my my cards off screen once I'm done filming, but really excited to be carrying this one around. And I love the color on this. This is our deep stone color. It is a new color, but I loved it so much that I brought it to a lot of the lineup. So you'll see this color repeat for sure. But I just love it. It's just this like super dark, I would say like dark taupe. It's between this like dark gray and with a little bit of a brown undertone, and it's just kind of the perfect dark neutral. So super excited about that and grateful for this wallet. It held up perfectly. Maybe I'll do a giveaway, but I will go ahead and so excited for this. Put my new wallet aside for now. All right guys, so it is time for our condensing. This is long overdue. I'm super excited about it. We just had a Magic Month cash stuffing last week. So we are in desperate need of a cash condensing. I have $600 starting cash here in all 100s. I know that I am unstuffing a lot here, so I think that this is going to be enough for the condensing to get to the denominations that I need. But I do want to start with my Magical Vacation Savings Challenge. Now, reminder, I'm kind of going through, and as I do this, I'm going to be transitioning to kind of my new set of products. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that first, and then we will move into the condensing part of it after. So I'm so undecided with what colors I want to use in my whole system, but this super light gray, I can't get over how much I love it. So I think I'm gonna swap my Magical Vacation Savings Challenge into this one. It's just so sleek and I'm obsessed with the color. It's just super beautiful. All right, so I'm just gonna move these envelopes over. The ring size and the binder size between the old binder design and this redesign and upgrade is exactly the same ring size and binder size. So if you are looking, if you have some of the, call it generation 1 design, and you just need to add binders, you can go ahead and add them without fear that they won't coordinate, because they are the exact same size and the exact same ring size. So so I'll just kind of put them next to each other, and you can kind of see that they're the same exact size. So if you just want to add them to your collection, they will definitely go together. But super excited to go through this condensing. I'm actually going to hop back. That's the only thing about new binders, is it's going to take a little bit of maneuvering to get them to lay flat. Okay, perfect. That's much better. Okay, so I'm going to start in the back here with other, just because I know I've got a lot of 100s in here that I can condense, and that will give me a good starting point as I go through the rest of the condensing. So for other, let's count up what we've got in here. 100, 200, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. 1, 2, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I will keep $400 with this challenge. Then the rest I'm going to pop into my cash tray here, which will be $1,000, and I will pull out a $1,000 placeholder. So I have got $1,400 in this challenge at the moment. And that was a big one that got condensed down. So now that I've got all of those 100s, I think I'm just going to go in order here of what needs condensing, and we will kind of go through and condense as we can, I guess. So this one should have, you know what? I lied. There's two other ones I'm going to do before I go through the little ones, just because I think they've got a mix of bills in them. So accommodations is the one I'm going to condense next. And once I've got a better mix of bills, then I'll be able to kind of go through in order, but I don't have a solid mix of bills yet for my condensing. So let's see what we've got in accommodations. We've got a $500 placeholder, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So I'll be able to swap that out for a $1,000 placeholder. 50, 100, 50, 250, 350, 450, 60, 70, 80, 90, 500. All right, so I'm going to keep this $500 placeholder, and then all of this is going to be able to go into my cash tray here, and I'll swap all of it out for a another $1,000 placeholder. So I am up to $1,500 saved on this challenge. Which is awesome, and that can be represented by these two placeholders, which is great. So now we can kind of go in order of the challenge since we've got a good mix of bills. So let's keep bending this back. Kind of got to train the new binder here. All right, airfare is as condensed as it can be into a placeholder. Packing, I have $50, so I am going to swap that out for a single 50. Pre-trip prep, I have also got $50 saved, so I'm going to swap all of this out just for a 50. Accommodations we just did. Transportation, I should also have $50 saved. Let's just make sure that's right. So 25, 35, 45, 50. Perfect. So we will swap that out for 50 here. And I did go through and change how I'm coloring some of these in. I was talking about this last time. So for food and drinks, instead of coloring in the whole apple, I'm just coloring in the little leaf. And I love that. I think it's so clean and it's so much faster as I'm doing the challenge. So let's get this one organized because I do not know what I have in here. And we are going to need to count it up. Five, tens, and then more fives. All right, so let's get this account and see where we're at for food and drinks. 100, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, $300. So I'm going to keep that 100. I'm going to take 200 here, and then we'll put all of this back. Awesome. All right, so $300 saved up for food and drinks, which is really nice progress on that one. Tickets, I will also be able to condense quite a bit here. So This is one where I already have a $500 placeholder, so let's set that to the top, and then let's see how much cash I've got. Well, first we need to organize. My sinking funds I always organize and count like as I'm doing the video, so I don't have to go through this organization process in a condensing video, except for my savings challenges, because I don't normally organize as I go for that one. $100s and more 10s. All right, let's see what we've got saved up in this one and if it's enough for another placeholder. So 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 400, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 500, 5, 10, 15, 20. So $520. What I'm gonna go ahead and do here is I will keep a 20. I'm gonna put the rest of this cash in the cash tray, which will be $500 here. And then I'm gonna take that $500 cash, combine it with this $500 placeholder, and swap both of those out for a $1,000 placeholder. All right, so we are at $1,020 for tickets, which is amazing. All right, beauteous. All right, entertainment is the next one. This should be at $100 just based on the symbols that I've colored in, but let's go ahead and organize this one too. This is another one where I changed how I was coloring it in. Instead of the teapot, I just colored in the little cup in front of it, and I think that's so cute. Again, if you're coloring in with like normal colors, then it doesn't matter, but if you're coloring in with black, I think it looks super cute just to kind of color in a piece of it. Holy smokes, what are all these ones doing in here? I do not remember doing that at all with this challenge. Pull this up so you can see the 100s. All right, so we've got a lot of ones to count. So again, this should be $100 total. Let's go ahead and give this a count. 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, $100. So that is right, but in a crazy amount of denominations here. All right. And then we will just swap that out for a single $100 bill, which is way better versus where we were at. All right. Activities should also have $100 based on the symbols filled in here. So let's double check that. 50, 70, 80, 90, 100. So swap that out. Spending has 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. All right, souvenirs has 25. Nothing more I can do there to condense. All right, emergency has 60. I can swap these two 5s for a 10. Perfection, pet care has 25. That is already condensed down. Miscellaneous still has only one little symbol filled in for $10. Nothing I can do about that. And other we already did. So guys, check out that profile. I could still snap it with as crazy thick as it was before, but that is laying so much nicer now. So I'm so excited about that. And again, just love this color. So super excited to get that one condensed. All right, let's go ahead and swap out my holiday savings challenge. I think I'm gonna take this one to, this like nice dark turquoise color. I've been eyeing this color a lot, and I just love how rich it is. So, and I think it'll like pick up on some of like the darker tones in the green. This is like a, like I said, it's not quite a navy and not quite a turquoise. It's kind of an in-between. So I think I'll continue to swap this one out, but and just all of my Bender colors in general, kind of when I need a little bit of a zhuzhen up, but I'm really excited about this color. It's just, like I said, it's a really rich, deep blue. It kind of gives me winter vibes. So gonna again try to coax this one to lay flat as we go through the condensing here. So for the holidays, let's go ahead and condense down what we can. So Father's Day is fully funded at $250. So I should have $250 here, but let's just kind of make sure, and then we can swap for other bills. So 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So I will keep the 50. And then we will swap all the rest of it for $200. And we will be ready to spend that one here very soon. All right, cookout I spent. I am in my unstuffing going to unstuff this one, so I am not going to condense it down because I know that the money in here is spent, so it doesn't really make sense to do that. Let's see what we have in 4th of July. So 10, 20, 30, whoops, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, $58. So we'll keep 3. Let's keep 3 of the crispy ones. 1, 2, 3 of the ones. We will pull a 5 and a 50. And then we'll pop the rest into the cash tray here. Alrighty, Celebrate. So Celebrate has 10, 20, oh, it's not organized. Hold on a second. There we go. So Celebrate has 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80. So $180. So we will do that. And the rest of this will go back in. 180, perfect. All right, Halloween has 100, 20, 30, 40. So can't do much there, but we'll swap those 10s for a 20. Thanksgiving, I cannot condense down. It's got 75. Christmas, I probably will be able to condense a bit. So Christmas has a $500 placeholder, so we'll put that to the side now. And then in cash, I have 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 620. So I am going to keep a 20, I'll keep a 100. Put the rest of the $500 in cash in my cash tray here. And then again, kind of the same thing I did before. I am going to take this $500 placeholder with the $500 in cash. and swap that out for a $1,000 placeholder. So total for Christmas now, I have $1,120 saved up, which is awesome progress. Not even halfway through the year, so that is great. All right, New Year's, I only have $5. Nothing I'm going to be able to do there. I have not started saving for next year's Super Bowl or Valentine's Day. St. Patty's Day, I've got a few singles in here, so, but literally just 3, so nothing I can do with that one. And then I've also not saved for Easter or next year's Mother's Day yet. So this one now is, again, just much, much better. I love this rich color, and we will set this one aside. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move into sinking funds. And for sinking funds, I think I'm gonna swap into this stone color for my long-term sinking funds. And we will go ahead and I might have to pick different dashboards. I'm not going to do that right now. We'll just move everything over as it is. But I think I am going to update my linen dashboards for underneath. I lied. I am going to do it now. That's going to drive me crazy because I'm going to want to pick one that matches. So give me a second. Guys, you're going to make fun of me, but in looking at my dashboards, I just saw something that I'm super excited about. So hang with me. I am going to do a swapperoo here. So for holidays, I'm actually going to put holidays into this stone color binder because I found a dashboard that I am obsessed with for this stone color. There are so many actually that would be really beautiful in this stone color, but I'm going to take this one out, and I found this one. I forgot about this design. It's like this really beautiful light mauve-y foggy color with the outline of Christmas trees. And it's like a perfect blend with this stone color. It would honestly look really pretty with the mauve color too. I'm going to pull that out just so you can see it. So that would also look really beautiful. But I just thought with this stone color, it would be gorgeous. And then I love just how the holidays layers on this one. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right, so that is the new holidays binder. Second time's a charm on that. And then I was thinking for this one, I would pick, a lot of you have been getting this dashboard lately, and I've been super jealous of it because it's been giving me summer beach vibes, and like I'm living vicariously through you guys getting it. And so I wanted to pull it, and I thought like with this dark turquoise color, it would pull some of this ocean turquoise out of the dashboard, and it totally does. So I am going to do this for my long-term sinking funds, and we are going to put that into this new binder. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. I'm so excited. Dashboards are really like where the whole vibe comes together. It's the full vibe check. All right. Oh my goodness. I'm obsessed with this. It is giving me vibes. So many summer vibes. Emergency, I just started filling, so I know that I've only got $200 in there, and there's nothing I can do to condense that. Insurance, let's see what we got. 100, 200, 300. Do you guys hear that? That was my printer like coming alive out of nowhere. I have not sent anything to it. Hold on. It's like doing a self-cleaning. Woo! Anyway, insurance has 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 500, 510. Okay, so $510. We are going to pull a 10 and then put the rest of this into my cash tray here. All right, $500. We are all set. The only thing I just realized I didn't mention for those of you that are new to my channel, I also have a a 12-month savings challenge and a 52-week savings challenge. I do not condense those or unstuff those until the very end of the year, because I just get a lot of personal satisfaction out of watching those grow over the year, and then at the year taking it all out, counting it all up, and deciding what I'm doing with all of that cash. So that is a personal preference. I know some people do condense and deposit their monthly challenges kind of as they go. I just like that. I love that end of the year feeling, and so I save it for the end of the year. The only reason that I condense the Magical Vacation Savings Challenge and my Holiday Savings Challenge is because those are either, like Magical Vacation Savings Challenge, there's a lot of money that goes into that challenge, and we're needing to pay the deposits as we go along. So I like having that money in the bank once we get to a place where we can have a placeholder. And then for my Holiday Savings Challenge, that's a rolling savings challenge, so I do like to condense that one along the way. But just kind of wanted to explain that if you're new to the channel and wondering, potentially wondering why I wasn't condensing all of my savings challenges that I have active right now. All right, let me mark that one down just so I remember that placeholder that went in. All right, let's see if there's anything we can condense in home. So 100, 50, 70, 90, 210, 230, 250, 270, 290, 295, 300. So we can at least condense down into bigger bills here. Whoops. Cash tray is starting to get full. Have a big deposit into the bank after this. All right, car. Car has 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 470, 490, 510, 530, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85. So 585. I'll need a 5, a 10, a 20, and a 50. That should be 85. Yep, that's right. And then the rest of this we can swap out for a $500 placeholder. Have a lot going to the bank today. Which there's nothing wrong with that. So, all right. Another $500 placeholder, and that one is much better now. Subscriptions. So subscriptions now has 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 10. So we'll keep a 10, we'll keep those 200, and then add that. And the rest of this, that couldn't have been right. Hold on. I'm going to undo this for a second because I think I counted incorrectly here. 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 400. So I don't know what I did the first time, but glad I caught that. All right, so 400 even, then the rest of this will go into the cash tray. I only noticed that because I had 110 and I figured you can't get to an even 100 if I only had 110. So just was able to catch that one before I made a mistake. So subscriptions now has 400 condensed down. Annual passes has 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 300, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So 350, we'll keep those, add that, and that to make it 350, and then the rest of this will go back in here. All right, birthdays. Birthdays has 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 495. All right, so close. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have done a placeholder in this one anyway because we are about to spend a good chunk of this for the remainder of Remy's party. So this is one where I probably wouldn't have wanted to move things over anyway, so that's all right. We'll move the rest of this into the cash tray. Make sure we've got $4.95 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 50, 70, 95. Perfect. It's at least a lot more manageable that way. Kindness projects, which I am going to switch this to St. Jude and make a monthly donation to St. Jude in honor of my aunt. So I will swap that envelope out later, but I'm really excited about that. So many of you were so encouraging in the comments and said that I should do that in her honor. So so I'm excited about that change. So I've got 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, $100. That will be a nice initial gift. I think I'm gonna do, I normally put $10 into kindness projects every single week, so that would be a $40 donation monthly, which is great, but maybe my initial one can be a little bit bigger. All right. So we'll go ahead and pop that in. Clothing, I am gonna pop out of here because I'm gonna move it into my short-term sinking fund binder. So that is it for my long-term sinking funds, laying super flat. Again, loving that blue color and how it's pulling the kind of turquoisey sea blue out of this new binder, and I'm just loving this color. So that is it for that one. Let's go ahead. And the reason I have to swap envelopes is because I do, I have 3 custom prints available when I do custom envelopes. My long-term sinking funds I do in the serif font, and then the short-term sinking funds I do just in the print font. So I couldn't just move that envelope over, which is kind of funny. But I am going into this one almost, what is this little piece of fuzz that keeps jumping? I keep going into this one almost every unstuffing, so it just feels like it belongs more in my short-term sinking funds than my long-term. So clothing has 50, 70, 80, 85, 90. I'll just swap out the 10 and 2 5s for a 20. That one's condensed now, and we can pop it into my short-term sinking funds here in a second. So a little bit of a transition envelope. All right, so here's my short-term sinking funds. I definitely want to use this like dark mauve color. I'm obsessed with it. This was one of the ones that was one of your favorite colors too in this survey when I asked about survey colors. Ooh, I'm gonna need a new, definitely gonna need a new dashboard for this one. Let me go look and see what I want to do in this one. All right, guys. I like went and looked and I found more things that now I'm like want to explore. So I pulled this tulle dashboard. I just always have felt like this one is so minimalist and beautiful, and I've always wanted to use it and think that it goes really nicely with that. There's also one, it's like one with a hot chocolate on it, which is not seasonally appropriate, but would be so pretty with this color. So once it's more seasonally appropriate, I might move that over to this one because it would go so well. I need to like revisit and do a bunch of different combinations. If there's a combination that you guys want to see on camera, let me know. Just put it in the comments, and next time I do a couch stuffing video, I'll add that, and we can, because sometimes I feel like if you see it in person, it can kind of be a little bit easier to see. I do like that. That's pretty. These are the other two I was looking at. This has like, this is pulling a little bit of that, I don't know, that mauve color like in the beach, in the sand. And then this doesn't go with this one, but I just saw this one and I was like, oh my gosh, that would go great with that color, or even that color, the new brown that's a little bit more muted. That is really beautiful. And I'm not gonna use this one in my setup right now, but maybe as we get into the summer, I might do this for one of them because that is a really beautiful combination. Man, I can't. I need to like just make a decision and go with it, because otherwise I'm gonna like be sitting here and have analysis paralysis on what I want to select. Do I like that, or do I want to switch into this one? This is more than you guys bargained for. I really should have planned all this ahead of time, but you know. I think I like that one. We're gonna go with that for now. Feels, again, it's giving me summer vibes. I love the beach. We've got a lot of beach going on now, but we're just gonna roll with it. All right, shopping. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this clothing one into the back. And then we'll go through and condense these down. So shopping has 20, 40, 60, 70, 75. We'll keep a 20 and a 5 and swap the rest of this out for a 50. Date night has 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So 130. I'll keep a 10 and a 20, and then we'll swap the rest out for a 100. All right, Family Fun has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15. So we'll keep a 10, a 5, and swap for 100. My printer is like coming to life in the background again. That's so weird. All right, Beauty and Grooming has 25, so not a lot we can do here, but we'll swap those out for a 20. Self-Care has 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 200, 5, 10. So we'll keep a 10. We'll keep the 100 and then swap for another 100. Gonna be the longest video of all time just because of my indecisiveness, but we're here now, I think. All right, Lola and Luna. Lola and Luna have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35. So we will keep a 5, a 10, a 20, and add a 100 back here. Gifts only has 25, so nothing I can do there. School, I'm actually not going to condense. This is another one where I need to do my unstuffing right after this. I know I pulled a lot from school, so I'm not going to condense that one because I think I pulled all of that. Same thing with Oops, I'm not going to condense that. And then clothing I already condensed. So that is it for my short-term sinking funds. This is the final answer for now on my binder and dashboard combination. So that is that for that one. All right, so now I have the job of adding up all of the cash that's in this tray. I am going to need to count all of this up here, and I'll be able to tell you in a second what I should have. So I should have $4,600 when I go through this stack, and that is a combination of all of the placeholders I put in, $4,000 worth of placeholders across my binders and savings challenges, plus the $600 starting cash that I had. So as I go through this counting, this was a huge condensing. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm off somewhere. Hopefully it's not by a lot, but we will go ahead and count and see where we're at. And like I said, targeting hopefully $4,600, but not sure I'll land exactly there. We will see here. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. 100, 200, 53, 54, 55, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 89, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,000. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86, 20, 40, 60, 87, 20, 40, 60, 88, 20, 40, 60, 89, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1000. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 4, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 96, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 97, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 98, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 99, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1000. Cal's woken up from her nap. Sorry if you can hear her, but we're going to do this last, hopefully $600 count really fast so I can go grab her. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 200. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 300, I think that was right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 400. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 500. Please hurry. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 600. Oh my gosh. Can't believe that worked out that fast. B, I'm still not 100% sure I counted that the right way, but it landed where we expected it to land, so that's great. So $4,600, again, $600 in starting cash, $4,000 in placeholders across my savings challenges and sinking funds. So $4,000 going back to the bank, which is amazing. It's such a great feeling, and I appreciate those of you that hung in for this video. I hope this was a helpful cash condensing for you. And like I said, hope it was a little bit of a fun sneak peek into some of the products that are coming this coming Friday on June 6th at 10 a.m. Eastern. So as always, just want to thank you for hanging in until the end of this video. And for those of you that are on your own personal finance journey, as always, I wish you a simple budget, a calm mind, and a happy life. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.